Hi creatives, it's Claire and happy Wednesday. Now I just wanted to add a little bit of emphasis to one of the tips that I covered in this week's content. So I'll be talking about how organization helps you to reduce overwhelm. Now after organization, my second number one tip, can you have two number one tips? To deal with overwhelm is to do really easy tasks, really small, really often. So small and often. And small often is generally pretty easy because, if you deal with your receipts every week, for example, it's really easy to file 3 receipts, to take a photo, to put them in your bookkeeping software, and to add the information to them. 3 receipts. How could that be difficult? It's really easy to categorize the 2 transactions that happened in your bank account yesterday. Like, really easy. It's easy enough to check 1 month's bank reconciliation, 1 month, one bank. Really easy. So if you make these tasks like so small, it's like harder to avoid it than it is to even do the task. You're much more likely to get it done. Because like the converse is, and this is what happens for a lot of people, and this is what I talk about in the blog this week, we leave it until it's this mammoth task. We have 100 receipts to process. We have 6 months worth of bank reconciliations to do for all the bank accounts we have, for PayPal, for Stripe, for Etsy, for all the different accounts. We leave it for months and months and months, and that just ramps up the overwhelm so fast it isn't actually even funny. So although you might be thinking dealing with bookkeeping all the time is a hassle, it's actually making life so much easier. And it isn't just bookkeeping and finance that you could apply this to. You could apply this, small and often approach to pretty much anything. You want to schedule content onto your social channels. We'll do 1 post, 2 posts, rather than trying to attempt to do 6 months worth of content. Maybe you have an ideas for 6 months worth of content, but that's going to take you such a long time to put it into place. And then the other kind of thing that works in with this is using timers. So I find if I am resisting something, resisting doing something, resisting sending that email, resisting dealing with that thing, then putting a timer on for, an appropriate length of time. I'm going to set a 5-minute timer to do a month's worth of bank reconciliations. For example, an appropriate amount of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and just try to do that one thing is really helpful. Particularly if there's not like an end and it's just kind of processing through. 5 minutes on it, another 5 minutes on it, it will be pretty done before you know it. So if you're avoiding something, maybe try a timer. If you are leaving things until they're huge and overwhelming, try just doing the most minutiae task, like daily, a couple of times a day if necessary, just to break it down so it's really easy to do and it isn't overwhelming anymore. If you want to read more of the tips, go and check out this week's blog where we're talking more about how organisation helps you to overcome the overwhelm. And I will be back on Friday to give you more of a sum up around this and some more information about how I can help you for free. So I'll see you on Friday.